go, 'cause your love is what I want, babe.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Wanjiru Ngugi. I hope you're all doing fine. So yeah, it's another beautiful day, and today I'm going to share with you my first job in America was, and some of the other jobs that people do, like that's their welcome job. Okay, so today I'll share with you the very first job I did when I came to America. I don't want to mean that's what everybody does, but a good number of people do that because, well, number one, it's readily available. Number two, it's not as complicated, it's easy to learn, and yeah, you learn as you go through, because the thing with here is, no matter how qualified you are, if you've not worked for a certain company or if you've not worked at that particular place, you have to be trained, like regardless. Even if you were at a job like the same kind of field and you are in a different company, let's say you were working in a company A, it deals with transportation and stuff, and company B still deals with transportation and stuff. If you move from company A to company B, they'll still do some orientation on you and see if you're qualified enough to work for them. So the first time I got a job as a caregiver. A caregiver is someone who takes care mostly of the elderly. Like here, when people get older, they are taken to either nursing homes or home groups. Home groups is where you have like a home, you buy a home, and in that home, it's like people come to live, like the elderly come to live with you. You don't have to necessarily live there, but they live there and you have someone take care of them. So that's the job of caregiving. Caregiving is making sure they are fed, making sure they've eaten, making sure they take their medication, making sure they go to their doctor's appointment, and so on and so forth. So the very first job I got when I came here was caregiving. And to me, that time, it was not as hard. It was quite easy because I was taking care of one lady. She was doing everything herself. My only job was to supervise her, okay? Like making sure she's taking her bath, like making sure she has everything she needs for basically just to help her do her stuff. But then the second one I got was quite difficult because I was taking care of 8 people, okay? But we were working as 2 ladies taking care of 8 people. Mind you, these people are not they are not very independent, okay? Some people are independent. By independent, I mean they can feed themselves, they can take themselves to the bathroom, they don't need to be assisted to the bathroom, they do not do the do on themselves. So that's basically it. If you hear someone telling you they work as caregivers, that's basically what we do. I know back in my country, not so many people will do such kind of jobs, but unfortunately, those are the jobs we do here. Those are the jobs that pay people's bills. They're not viewed as low-grade jobs. Actually, the most weird jobs that seem like very low back home are the most lucrative, okay? Let's say a job like just the caregiver itself, okay? They pay you by hour and they pay you good money. So as much as it is a disgusting job, because you take care of an old person just as you do take care of a baby, okay? Sometimes you need to feed them, sometimes you need to change their diapers, just taking care of them, because basically they're old, maybe they're sick and they can't do it themselves, and that's where the caregiver comes in. So I've done that for quite some time. I feel like it's an honest job, it's a good job, and most people get it because there's a job market. Like so many people need to be taken care of, and not so many people are there to take care of them. So most foreigners start there because, again, as I've said, the jobs are easily available. They're easy to learn, yeah, because the only thing you need to learn is how to make their food, how to give them medication, checking their vitals. It's not that complicated, but you have to go to school to be taught how to do these things. But if you don't go to school, like, you can learn as you're working, yeah. Most people learn when they're working, and eventually they graduate to becoming nurse assistants and nurses. Most people work as nurses here. Why? Because nursing jobs pay very well, okay? So you might think that these jobs are disgusting, because most people say, hey, huyo ukimwona anafanya kazi ya kubadilisha washosho. So you might think it's not the most luxurious job, it's not the best, but it's okay because it pays bills, okay? And at some point you'll have to do what you don't like to get to where you want, because the end goal is money, okay? You don't care, like, you don't really put too much, you don't concentrate too much on how you make it, but on what you're getting at the end of it. And eventually you will like it, because you have to like whatever it is that you're doing. Because remember, no matter how much you are educated, at some point you'll have to do that, because you have to begin somewhere. Let's say you're a teacher or a doctor, but you cannot find that job that you want. So what do? And your bills need to be paid. You have to start there so you can upgrade. I was making, like, the first job I was making $80 a day. It's not a lot, but it was okay back then. Because remember, again, I'm fresh from Kenya. I don't have much, I do not have that much experience. I'm learning, I'm new, and again, the employers, they take advantage of the fact that you're new, like, you're hungry for money, and to you $80, you're like, oh my god, that's 8,000 Kenya shillings a day. Oh my god, that's a lot. And another thing that we, especially like foreigners do, is we do the math with our country's currency, forgetting that now we are in a different country where lifestyle is different. But to me, that was fine, it was okay, and I didn't complain. But the more you get experience, the more you get exposed, the more you find jobs that pay good money, jobs that pay you by hour, and eventually you're going to make it. So that was my very first job that I did. And most people, like quite a number, men, women, old people, young people, like when you get here, you get so humbled. Like, let me tell you, you get so humbled, because I've worked with men, like men, and when I say men, I mean men like in their 50s who have worked as caregivers. And caregiving, I'm telling you, is includes changing diapers, helping the elderly take baths and stuff. So you kind of get used to it. There's no shame in it, because at the end of the day you get the money. And yeah, that's the first job I did when I got here, and I'm proud of it. I'm learning, I'm doing different things right now, I'll share with you later. But yeah, that's the very first job I did when I got here. And yeah, it's not bad. It was not a bad beginning. It was okay for me, because hey, I was able to survive on it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and share, and thank you. See you on my next video. Bye bye.